Anyway, equipment. I don't really have a lot for Chloe right now. I suppose I can just give you that and that, I guess. Oh, I forgot to equip Olivier with the Janus Blazer too, which also boosts ATS. Though don't get used to male exclusive equipment boosting ATS in the future because they really won't. Yeah, Chloe's ATS is going to eclipse Olivier's later, but also she is very underleveled compared to everyone else here, I just realized. Huh, funny you should say that because, you know, Carnelia. Well, that's suspicious. Again, remember them because they're going to be important for a side quest later on. Well, that's not creepy at all. Just showing off a couple of nice conversations that happen at nighttime. No, I'm not putting this off. I'm not scared at all. Definitely not scared. Oh, Dorothy, why are you here? We've seen one of these before. The hollow flame shall guide thee. And this message will self-destruct, literally. Yeah, pretty sure you're not one for riddles, exactly. Before we do anything else, though, in our return to Doot Schoolhouse, there are actually 2 chests in here. The first one can be found by, I believe, yes, heading all the way outside through here. Down here. There it is. And we get a whole bunch of Seepeth. I hope you washed your hands if you're going to double dip. I have never actually seen that episode of Seinfeld. I feel like I've mentioned that before. It feels like the most iconic episodes of that series happen really late. But anyway, I think the second chest is on the 2nd floor somewhere. Yeah, there it is. It's teaching the class. Hello there again, Professor Chest. Tear Balm. The chest is as empty as my well of creativity after writing all of these messages. I love that one. Yeah, I'll talk more about the history of this game's localization later, because it is very interesting. But while we're here, the hollow flame, huh? Well, every torch here is lit except one. So let's investigate that one. Second curse is within the classroom. Seek the south-facing student. And it's burned again. You should learn to drop the card right after you finish reading it by now. Oh, there are quite a few classrooms here. Yeah, the problem is, you can't actually control the compass here. So, figuring out which student is facing south can be a little tricky. But you can tell because they'll be the only one that you can actually examine. So yeah, looking at the compass, it's currently pointed at, like, the map is showing that, that direction is north, so we need to look for something that's the opposite of that arrow. That's close, but not quite. Yeah, this one looks to be in the exact opposite direction to the arrow on our compass. And yeah, it definitely seems the only chair that's completely straightened. Almost as if someone was here. Seek ye the fallen neck. And there it goes. There are only a few areas in this place that qualify as a garden. Here we go. This one looks like it's fallen down. But again, haven't we gone through something very similar to this before? The final trial. The final trial is by far the worst of this. I like how Estelle wasn't even surprised that time. She's gotten used to it by now. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Estelle. It's not. And yeah, like I said, only one locked door in this place. So, let's unlock this big ominous looking door, which we could actually see in FC, but we could never really do anything with. It's kind of funny you get the option to use the wrong key, though. I don't know why, it's just kind of interesting. I guess that's an option for before you find the rusted key. Anyway, we have a statue of a dragon here. Yeah, we heard a little bit about that back in the Bose region, and in some gossip columns in the LaBelle News. Yeah, looks like you're decently experienced in the whole dungeon delving thing. There's a secret passage. Your school has held secrets this whole time. Oh, it's not going to be fun soon. No thanks to you. I mean, I don't hate her as a character, I just hate the escort mission gameplay mechanics in this game. If they scaled her stats with the difficulty, if they gave her stats the same multiplier that enemies had, it would be a lot fairer, but as it stands, not really. And yeah, obviously this is the work of human hands. But clearly someone who's keen on messing with us. So, before you head down those stairs, make sure that you're prepared, and that you save. Because what's down there is something horrifying. In terms of tactics, spreading out might not be a terrible idea, because this boss does have, and yes, it is going to be, well, more of a mini-boss, but it's going to have AoE attacks, and you also want Earthguard on as many people as possible. So, who has Earthguard here? Only you. I need 2 Earths for Earthguard. Okay, I'm going to actually swap the Defense 2, I think, over to Estelle. Just to give myself a second Earthguard user, because Olivier, all he needs for this fight is Stonehammer. This enemy, I believe, is weak to Earth. I think that should be fine. This upcoming fight was the bane of my existence when I first played this game, and you're about to find out why! Okay, it's gonna get cut off, so I can't say it just yet, but I'll just mention, I love the music in here. It just has such a great, mysterious feel to it. You can see the thing just off screen. There it is! Agate sums it up perfectly! This thing! Morky. Very weak to earth and fire. Most of its attacks drain your health. It drains for exactly as much damage as it does to you. So it's going to be healing for around the low thousands every time it hits someone. That's kind of hard to out-damage at this point in the game. Because of that, you need to spam Earth Guard on as many people as possible. Starting with Dorothy, because she will get one-shotted by this thing, obviously. So yeah, here's HP Absorb. Yep, it's draining that much every time that it hits you. So, you want to, like I said, spread around those Earth Guards, and I think Clock Down definitely helps in this fight. Though at this point in the game, Clock Down is pretty expensive, it's well worth it. And you're going to... I think you'll just straight up smack it in the face. It's immune to blind, by the way, so Dorothy's camera's not going to help. The less turns it gets, the less chance that it has to heal, so make sure that you hit it with Clock Down. Yeah, there's a bit of a weird visual glitch there where the Earth Guard indicator shows up on the top of the screen as well. I'm not really sure why that happens. Okay. I went for someone who wasn't guarded. Basically, the idea with this fight is to just get as many Earth Guards up as possible. Not so much for protecting yourselves from damage, but more just to stop it from healing. And since Olivier's ATS is completely stupid, I'm going to go ahead and... Okay, you know what? Honestly, I want to make sure that I have everybody Earth Guarded. Once everyone is Earth Guarded, then you can focus on just laying on the damage, because it doesn't have a lot when it comes to multi-targeting attacks. It does have one, but it's very clearly telegraphed and can quite easily be cancelled, provided that you get your turn in time. Which is why I went for Clock Up EX there. Okay, so we're all Earth Guarded. Except you. Because I think I accidentally put two Earth Guards on the same person. That was dumb. I was more focused on explaining this fight than I was actually paying attention to it. But yeah, the cool thing is, Clock Down actually lasts for quite a while. But I'm going to have to set up Clock Up EX again, just because. And now you can go ahead and straight up go for... Yeah, I also have using Clock Down, that's an option. But Stone Hammer's a little more effective. Let's get that speed up going, because I was an idiot before. Yeah, not even Olivier with his crazy ATS boosts is out-damaging its healing, so... Obviously, yeah, you want to make sure that you're hitting it quite a bit. That's a little expensive. I forget if that's stronger than Stone Hammer. I don't actually think it is, but I guess I can try. So yeah, at this point, the fight becomes put Earthguard back on whoever got hit. And that's basically how we're going to do this, slowly but surely. When it gets really low in health, it'll start using something called Super HP Absorb. I don't think Estelle's going to be able to... I should have Earthguarded with Olivier, I am dumb. Right, how do I do this? Clock Up EX on my other Earthguard user. Yeah, Super HP Absorb is basically exactly what it says on the tin. It absorbs even more HP. Also, Chloe is not getting a lot of CP, so I can't talk about how badly nerfed Comfort got. And Earthguard goes back up. So yeah, my first playthrough, it actually took me quite a while to figure out this strategy, and as such, I got completely wrecked in this fight multiple times. You don't want to deal with it absorbing 1,200 HP per turn. it's pretty hard to outdamage that, like I said. So this might be another one of these fights that I'm making look easy just due to being over-prepared. As we go through this dungeon, I'll talk more about Chloe's crafts and how they've changed since the last game. Okay, Clock Down's gone. And Olivier can't bring that back. I think we should be pretty much set. In fact, very soon, I think, you know what? You're going to go for Final Break. And I press the Cold Steel S-Craft animation cancel button because I'm used to that game. Let's see, can I... Olivier is no longer Earthguarded, and I can't get the Earthguard in time. Crap. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal him just to make sure that he doesn't die, because that would lose his speed buff. Oh, I'm stupid, I forgot again that it's immune to that. Yep, there's super HP recover. Good thing it hit someone who's guarded. And again, taking this slowly but surely. Let's not get greedy, and let's put the Earthguard back up. And, yeah. Soul Blur, not Aqua Bleed, because I was stupid last time. I don't know if I trust Estelle to get her Earthguard in before its turn. And Olivier gets another turn before it goes anyway, because, yeah, speed boosts are nice. And Estelle actually could get her Earthguard in before its turn, but again, I'm just playing this as safe as I can. You really want to. Yeah, you're going later, but that's probably fine. We're all Earthguarded. And you have nothing. And, yeah, absolutely no damage. Okay, yeah, so that there... Oh, good thing you didn't walk right into that. That, I believe, is Arrow Storm. And it's going to heal if I don't finish it off quickly. But I can swipe your HP turn, and then I'll go for the Esper. I'm dumb. Well, at least it's dead. There we go. Okay, so I did that first try. That's not the case of me being over-prepared, because believe me when I say, that fight is absolute hell if you're not ready for it. So follow the strategy that I used, put your Earthguards, also, yeah, Estelle saying that line when I first played, I raged a lot. Earthguard everyone in that fight. And again, it's not so much for its threat level, but it's more just to stop it from healing. Because if you let it heal that much every time it gets a turn, you're just going to run out of EP before you can kill it. But yeah, that is Morky. Heh, interesting. Guess they have the settings equivalent of rats. And this is also a point where on my first playthrough, I went ballistic. So, when I first played, obviously, Dorothy died like 20 times in that fight. I just kept failing over and over and over because it kept attacking Dorothy. And I'm like, seriously, Agate? You wait until after this fight to tell her this place is no place for civilians and tell her to get out? That fight would have been so much easier if you told her to get out beforehand. Ah, why'd you have to bring the camera lady in here? But anyway, so yeah, I'm sorry if I made that fight look easy. Like, trust me, it's not. It's really, really not. I just happened to figure out a strategy for it that works. And, like, I know full well not to underestimate that fight. Like, so yeah, like, as you can see, the fights that are destroying me in this playthrough are the ones that I don't really remember that much from earlier playthroughs. Like, the Ash Saber, I believe, that one. Like, I didn't remember that one being particularly difficult, so that one got me a few times. I do remember the Scorpions being difficult, but for all the wrong reasons. But anyway, now it's time to explore the Undercroft of Doot Doot's Schoolhouse, which is basically a maze. Okay, my notes tell me to go left first, but I'm not 100% sure which direction is left at this point. However, here are the enemies. Oh, Shining Pom. Okay. Yeah, I definitely recommend trying to kill at least one Shining Pom here, because that'll pretty much instantly get Chloe caught up in levels. That's one of the great things about this game's rubber band experience scaling. But here we have Rap Spider, not Warp Spider, I mispronounced that last time, Rap Spider, and Puppet Fragger. Now, when there are Puppet Fraggers in a battle with other enemies, you want to defeat them last. There is a reason for that. Oh, okay, Estelle no longer has, Firebolt EX, but that's probably fine. Yeah, just Shadow Spear the Shining Pom. I want that thing dead now. I mean, you have Firebolt EX. I'm not really sure if that's going to work so well. And I think I should probably switch you over to having more AoE attack. Oh, if you have Aerial, Aerial's probably fine. Ugh, didn't get it. Yeah, I'm still a little conflicted on how to feel about this game handling Shining Poms more like traditional Metal Slimes, making them randomly appear alongside other enemies rather than being encountered in the field naturally. Why did you redirect your Firebolt to that thing? It should have been to the other spider, but anyway, don't run for it. Ah! Dang it. Yeah, so obviously, I want that thing to stay because, again, it's enough experience to get Chloe instantly caught up in levels. And now we can defeat this Puppet Fragger. The reason why I was saving it till last, you'll probably find out now. Yeah, they have death throws. When they go down, they buff everything else in the fight, so you will need to remember that for later, because the game will throw those into boss fights towards the end of this dungeon, but for now, yeah. Said, go left first. So in here we have Tira Balm. A single tumbleweed rolls from one side of the chest to another. Okay, still sticking here. Oh, these things. Another enemy that's a little hard to get a preemptive strike on because it's hard to tell exactly where its front is. Dustgeist. Difficult to kill. What that means is that physical attacks miss often, but you don't need to worry about that with arts because arts kind of always hit. Not kind of, they always hit. Seriously, nice damage on Olivier there. She still hasn't leveled up yet, though. By she, I mean Chloe. Okay, so going in here, we have 3 chests. EP charge. What you have taken from this chest, you can never restore. That is true, unless we reload a save. Shield 1. I don't like shield quartz in this game. Well, crap. I don't know why, I've always just liked that one. Oh, hi monsters. I had a feeling one of those 3 would be monsters. So, now avoiding death throws is pretty much impossible because there's like a bajillion of them. But, let's see. I think I remember Clock Down being kind of effective in this fight, but I guess we'll see. Hellgate's relatively safe here. I kind of like the overall design of these things. They're sort of like knight chess pieces, and they stab you with that kind of built-in spear they have. You look like a prime target for Hellgate. That's still probably going to get 3 of them. And I'm not going to use Flame Smash here, because that would not end well. Okay, that Hellgate was kind of a bust. Even that only got 3 of them. Yeah, your arts leave a lot to be desired, and that's death throws. Thankfully, death throws don't stack. It would be ridiculous if they did, but they do not, thankfully. Yeah, everything gets a strength and a speed buff. I could really use an AoE S-Craft right now. Well, that is an AoE S-Craft, but it's definitely not the best in the game. Agates is the one that I really wanted here, so let's catch all of them. Only killed 2. And they were the 2 that were getting their turns next, so perfect. And I guess you can just soul blur the other one. And go much later in the turn for some reason. And there goes Death Throws again. The final one used Death Throws, but nobody came. Or rather, no one was there to receive it. Yeah, on my practice run, I got lucky and actually killed a Shining Palm here early, and that definitely got Chloe caught up. Feather Brooch. This is the 56th chest you've opened. Congrats! Nah, just kidding. I'm not even counting. So first, reuse message. And I don't know if we're close to 56 yet. I actually am not entirely sure where the chest count is right now. And unfortunately, going in there respawns everything outside. So that's also interesting. There's kind of like a bongo drum beat in the back of this song, which is kind of cool. Anyway, this thing right here is a ball bat. Okay, I thought it was going to be called like Fat Flying Feline or something. It's basically a variant of the Flying Feline. Almost made that sound like Frying Feline there, but anyway. They're, like, to be honest, I've completely forgotten what they can do because I usually just kill them. And here we see the unfortunate fact that Agate is not an arts user, and thus he, yeah, doesn't really get a lot of action when you get a preemptive strike. Yeah, I do like the rubber banding on experience because it means that anyone who's lower level than the rest of the party catches up quickly. It also means it's hard for you to out-level all of your problems. Okay, down here we have insulating tape. It's a vase, it's a pot! No, it's super chess! Or vase if you're American. Vase and pots just make me think of Zelda though. Oh, I knew that would happen! I knew this, like, the moment that I said, oh, it's a Shining Palm, that it would run away. Because that's what they do. Yeah, that missed one of them. You can tell if it misses one of them because the enemy doesn't flinch. Oh, look, I finally got blind on something and it was dead anyway. And then down here we have EP charge. No matter how desperately you loot, you can't find anything in the chest. The chest gives you a smug look, prompting you to scowl back. That's another pretty good one. And I think that's everything on this side. I'm going to try and fight everything I can, because just to get Chloe caught back up. Although I guess I could take some time to talk about this. Comfort! Holy crap, that has been nerfed. So in the previous game, Comfort debuffs strength and defense by 50%. Now, not only does it only debuff strength by 10% and defense by 15%, but if you look closely, it doesn't even do damage anymore. Comfort in this game, I feel, is like one of the biggest nerfs I've ever seen anything get in an RPG. Like, off the top of my head, the only other, like, nerfs I can think of that are that big are Dark Void in Pokemon, Gale Wings in Pokemon. Come to think of it, there are a lot of big nerfs in Pokemon. Like, the way that the Reflector spells changed from Persona 3 to Persona 4 was also pretty big. They went from targeting the full party to only one person. But nothing will ever match Camphor, the Great Camphor nerf. Camphor is just, like, I mean, it's still okay, but it's just not nearly as good as it used to be. And I mean, I'm glad for that because, I might actually need to show off Chloe's S-Craft here. Unless she goes down. Which she did. But I have a heal point nearby anyway, so it's fine. Okay, so this time we're going to head to the right. And... okay, Stinger 2, no monsters. Oh boy, you came back to visit me! Does that mean you're my first fan? Just makes me think of an adoring fan, but for treasure chests. I almost never use Olivier's physical attacks, so that, like, his guns don't really serve that much of a purpose to me, but yeah. I know, I don't like to constantly keep mentioning Cold Steel, but in Cold Steel, any, like, Orbital-based weapons actually do damage based off magic, not strength now. So, the magical party members, their basic physical attacks do, like, have some utility. It's bad when you encounter enemies that reflect all magic, though, I'll just say. But anyway, another Genis Blazer. The chest is empty, but at least the interior is really nice. Velvet light and everything. So, this is what I said earlier when I meant that the distribution of male and female exclusive equipment kind of assumes that you're taking the agate route. There are 2 Genus blazers in this chapter, and 2 Genus blouses. So, if you have Shara, yeah, you only have use for one of the blazers, and one of your female party members has to go without a blouse. Tirabol. You see a kitten curled up in the chest. Aww, it's so cute. As a result of acute kittenitis, you forget to take whatever else was left inside. Okay, yeah, congratulations game, you got me with that one. I'd forgotten about that. I still really need to get a shining palm. Unfortunately, one didn't show up then. So I guess on a bit of a brief tangent, this is normally the first point at which I get clocked down. So I was expecting to talk about clock down now, but no. Okay then. We're heading down further into the Doot Doot depths. And in the Doot Doot depths, after this chest here, which I believe is monsters. Yep, it's monsters. Exactly the same as the previous monster chest, so excuse me while I cut this battle out. Yeah, Chloe's like 5 levels behind right now. We did get a lot of Purging Bulbs and Smelling Salts, and Cast 2. Oh, right, yeah, that's usually what pushes Chloe just over the time threshold to get clocked down. Anyway, ever notice nobody else is running around looting these things? Why do you think that is? I'm gonna go ahead and set that on someone. Chloe doesn't even have action. Okay, that'll put Clock Up EX on Olivier, which he didn't have earlier, so I may as well do that. So before you enter that room, you want to go back and use the heal point again. This... I don't know, but I'll try. Yeah, I made a lot more of those before I came here, just in case. Okay, you do get 2-shot killed by those. Is it worth using 2 of my meatballs on you? Yeah, that just goes to show what a difference a slight change in stats can mean. Olivier actually can hurt those things, but Chloe can't. Is my S-Craft gonna do it? 100 and... I can try. Yes, I did do it. Good, okay. So I only had to use 1 meatball. Look at all that experience on Chloe. I'm just gonna sit here and let that tick down. Yeah, there's gonna be 1 more. Yeah, notice how quickly Chloe's ATS caught up? It increases a lot as she levels, and it will be really, really high by the end of the game. Why the heck do you have Mind 2 instead of Mind 1? Okay, so through this door, you want to be prepared, and I might recommend saving. Because as we go here... it's another Morky! This one's accompanied by a few more enemies though, including some proxy fraggers which will buff its strength and thus buff its healing. Overall though, this fight's really not that bad. I do kind of like to take care of the other enemies first. The Morky starts pretty far away from you, so... generally... you have a little bit of time... oh, wait, yeah, those things can cancel your spellcasting. That's the other reason why you want to take them out first. But yeah, you generally have enough time to deal with the small fry before it gets close. Yeah, let's flame smash them all. Oh, wow, nice! Instantly taking out those 2. And another one of them got sealed, but yeah. Okay, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and Earthguard someone. Probably Agate, because he's likely to get hit first. Darkness Breath. That... okay, that didn't actually do a lot. Yeah, normally Darkness Breath is the thing that you actually want to see because it doesn't drain your health. Okay, so first Earth Guard's up. All of you are speed debuff, which is excellent, and it's got a crit turn incoming. I can swipe that though. So let's go ahead and Earth Guard probably Olivier. Agat's now on a different direction on my analog stick because the party order's changed. Okay, that is Death Throws, and that means that it gets a speed buff, but I think that'll... I don't know exactly what percentage of a speed buff that is. I guess that sort of cancels it out. Oh no, you blinded Chloe, whatever will I do? It's not like her art always hits, and that's her only viable method of dealing damage. Yeah, it's always funny when that happens. Although in some games, like, you actually don't want things like silence on your physical attackers because it locks them out of certain really useful types of skills that are still considered magic. Okay, yeah, obviously I'm gonna go ahead and Earthguard Chloe. So yeah, like, I told you all the horror stories about the first Morky fight from my first playthrough. This one I never really had trouble with, and it's probably because if you can get past the first Morky, you really can deal with any kind of, Morky. This one's just pretty much the same, just with a few more extra enemies. Also, do this every time it tries to cast, and you should be fine. Olivier's sniper shot is really nice because it has practically infinite range. Don't want to use Hellgate though. Haven't actually gotten to use more chaincrafts lately, but we haven't learned chaincrafts that let us attack with 3 or 4 people. That's where they get really good. And of course you're going to set the Earthguard back up. And now that you're speed buffed and Earthguarded, you're just going to go ahead and spam Stonehammer. And you are going to, I guess you can clock up EX, my other Earthguard user. So yeah, the good news is that you get access to clock up EX relatively early in this game, and once you get that, things get a lot more manageable. That plus clock down. They're pretty much mandatory for all boss fights. Hi there. I might actually get a chance to show off Chloe's Sturm. Which, like, I'd rather be cancelling with someone else. I was going to say speaking of which, but I don't have enough CP for Agat's cancelling attack. I'm trying to pronounce his name the right way now. I switched with, from Lysithia to Lysithia pretty quickly, so hopefully, this switch sticks. Yeah, I kind of want you to build up a little bit more CP normally, and you are going to go ahead and use Sturm, which is pretty much exactly the same as it was in FC. It just cancels any arts and crafts that are charging. But generally speaking, it's not that great because you don't really want Chloe to be right up in the enemy's face, and she needs to be to use that because it's purely a melee attack. Okay, should be going down fairly soon. I don't want to use too much of my, oh great, you can't get Earthguard in time. I don't want to use too much of my CP here, because we do have a big boss fight coming at the end of this dungeon, obviously, and please don't attack Olivier, because that means you will heal yourself drastically. Okay, good. Super HP recover hit someone who's guarded. Yeah, that heals a lot. I forget exactly how much it heals for, but it's like something in the vicinity of around 2,000. You don't want it using that if you can help it. And you are almost done. Alright, that's why you're going a lot. You're out of clock down. See, Dark Matter even delays your turn a bit. I mean, you know, I've never actually used it this whole playthrough, so I may as well show it, at least. It's not particularly good, but... okay, this could be a bit of a problem, actually. because I've got 2 potential targets that it could end up draining from. Yeah, I just want it to be done right now. Olivier's CP really doesn't matter at all, because you don't use his S-Craft often.
Enjoy the show.
And that is Morky fight number 2 down, which is a pretty easy fight overall. So now it's just time to explore the rest of this place. I don't really feel the need to get into too many more battles. My notes say to go left here too. So from here we get EP charge. Strange, this chest had something before at least. Another Tira Balm. There's nothing in this chest, but you imagine all the things that could have been. Yeah, this song is like, if I ever run a D&D campaign, I would probably use this song for like caves or dungeons or things like that. Reviving Balm. Check as many times as you want. Nothing will ever be in here again. Zerum Powder. Okay, that is useful. Look, I know you think it would be wonderful if we could all just loot infinite amounts of treasure from the same chest, but no. Especially that one, because Zerum Powder is one of the best items in the Trails series. It appears in pretty much every Trails game except FC. Fully revives you and gives you 100 CP. So you're immediately ready for an S-Craft. Zerum Powder is best saved for, like, really, really major fights, but, oh, right, that's what you can do. Yeah, by strength down, the game means your physical attacks will do basically nothing, but still, they're really not that dangerous. Okay, yeah, I've already been that way. And that was the entrance. Okay, so through here. This very big, wide room. Oh, being aggroed onto me. I'm not too worried about what's coming up in terms of that could easily be a trap. No, hard loafers. Pro tip, you can hide a body in an empty chest. I won't tell anyone what you did. Okay then, surprisingly morbid text quote. Okay, you got the hard loafers. I believe those are female only. Yeah. Increases speed and agility. Speed's the main thing you want there. Oh yeah, I actually did go ahead and buy a whole bunch of, did I buy a whole bunch of cat ear? Oh, right, the catfoot slippers are shoes. No, I'm thinking of the cat ear headband, which is something that I don't think we have access to yet, but that's an accessory slot that I believe gives you a slight boost to speed, but any boost to speed is amazing. Oh, hi. Still a little bit more to this place. We're almost done. There are only 2 floors. S-tablet? You look at the chest. The chest looks at you. You both know that neither of you have anything left to give. Sounds like a pretty good one. Okay, now, the end of this place I think is in sight. Yeah, see that mark on the floor? And there's a heal point there. Yeah, that's the end. EP charge. You're opening me again. How naughty. And on that note, that should be the last chest in this place. We have a heal point. So it's time to get ready to confront the mastermind behind the ghost incident and our end boss of this chapter. So let me just quickly check to see if I got all the chests. Okay, we have Tumbleweed, Crap, Never Restore, 56th, Super Chest, yep, Screep. Oh, I think I've missed a few, actually. I think I know what it is. I think it's what happens when you head straight down from the starting junction. Yes, it is! I always miss this path! Reviving Balm? Yep, it's empty. Attack 2. As you open the chest, a number of trapped, screaming souls come spiraling out. That's probably normal. Yeah, again, I would have commented if I'd seen that one, so I could tell that I missed it. That's why I keep a log of all the chest quotes in my notes. And speaking of which, obviously Attack 2 is going to Agate. Anyway, see you all next time for what will be the end of Chapter 1.